What's good? What's good? What's good, YouTube? American RX at it again. What's good to the subscribers? Shout out, shout out, shout out. Yeah, today we're gonna be building on 501c3. Shout out to Israelites Unite. It's the website got this content from. Fair use, fair use. So let's go. 501c3 exposed. Get to it. So most of these churches out here, they are 501c3 organizations. Okay, 501c3 is a kind of exemption status that the IRS grants a entity. Okay, so most of your churches, they're 501c3s, but what happened is that they actually locked themselves into a contract that was needed in the first place, because just by being a religious organization, they are exempt by law. So, all right, let's get to it. So, shalom to all who seek truth and understanding. Government owns and runs your church and its doctrines. Most churches in America are organized as 501c3 tax-exempt religious organizations. The First Amendment clearly states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievance. To read the Bill of Rights, you see, anything that the U.S. government deems legal can be spoken of unfavorably by churches desiring to keep the sacred exemption of Mr. 501c3. It is more important to hold on to that earthly pearl of great price and to seek the heavenly one. The church is not supposed to be part of the government or answer to it. Okay? Church and state must be separate. Okay? That's what a real church is. Ephesians 5:24-25. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. Okay? So as I told you before, the Bible is nothing but a trust indenture. Okay, it's a law document. Okay, it's a document to guide. It's a document to guide you in commerce. Okay, if you know how to properly read it. The First Amendment clearly places the church outside of the jurisdiction of the civil government. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Religion cannot be free if you have to pay the government through taxation to exercise it. Since churches aren't taxable in the first place, okay? Churches are not taxable in the first place for the mere fact that they are a religious organization, okay? Why do so many of them go to the IRS to seek permission? See, that's the key word, permission, right? Remember, I told you what a license is. A license is permission, all right? To do something. From whom? Who you seek permission from, okay? The permission should come from the Most High. Anything lower than that, I don't know what it is, okay? Ignorance, we didn't know better. Any better. Bandwagon logic. Everyone else is doing it. Yeah, right. Professional advice. Many attorneys, CPAs recommend it. Does the law require or even encourage a church to organize as a 501c3? Okay, so for all you, I know you have some entities out there, tribes that were created as 501c3 organizations, okay? Right? Your 501c3 organization, you're nothing but a pawn, okay? right? Because just by being who you are makes you not taxed, okay? You be a man, okay? Woman, okay? Natural, nature. Nature doesn't pay tax. Be one with nature. So I always tell you, get back to mama. You ever see a bird pay tax? You ever see a dog, a cat pay tax? You ever seen that? You ever seen anything out in nature paying taxes? The only thing you see is them destroying nature, okay, to set up their fictitious reality, okay? To answer that question, let's turn to what the IRS itself has to say. Churches need not apply, okay? In order to be considered for tax-exempt status by the IRS, an organization must fill out and submit IRS Form 1023 and 1024. However, note what the IRS says regarding churches and church ministries. In Publication 557, some organizations are not required to file Form 1023. These include churches, interchurch organizations of local units of a church, conventions or associations of a church, or integrated auxiliaries of a church, such as men's or women's organizations, religious school, mission society, or youth group. These organizations are exempt automatically if they meet the requirements of Section 501c3. Okay? When a church accepts, listen, this is what happens when a church accepts a 501c3 status. Check this out. This is why you are indoctrinated by the church, because the program that they are running in there is coming from the puppet masters, all right? Waives its freedom of speech, okay? Waives its freedom of religion, okay? So when you go in the church to exercise your freedom of religion, what are you really doing? Are thou? Waives its rights to influence legislators and the legislation they craft. This is why this is so corrupt. This place is so corrupt and unlawful, because usually the church should be a place of guidance. You know what I'm saying? But right now you have a lockdown, a quarantine, and the church have to be locked down with everything else. Why is that? Why haven't the pastors come out and openly pray for the people, open the doors of the church if they are so holy? Huh? You see the scam they're running, people, and they invite all the stuff. These anything that's going on in politics, you notice the church always ride the wave with it. Okay, waives its constitutionally guaranteed rights, is no longer free to speak to the vital issues of the day. Okay, it's controlled with fear. If it doesn't follow IRS guidelines, it will lose its tax-exempt status. Okay? Becomes a state church. One need not look far to see that the church's acceptance of 501c3 and its significant restrictions has had devastating consequences to not only the church but to the entire nation. Okay? This is why this place is it's like a disaster zone. Okay? Churches are automatically exempt. Listen, people, all you churchgoers, your Bible thumpers, right? You gotta know to properly read the Bible, okay? That Bible is, as I said, is the ecclesiastical canon law that you should be using to whoop the beast's ass, okay? That's what you should be doing with that Bible. Not fantasizing some sky daddy, all right? Special rules with respect to 501c3 organizations. New organization must notify secretary that they are applying for recognition of Section 105c3 status. It should be 501c3. And this is in the IRS code, okay? 508C1A, okay? Exceptions, monetary exceptions, subsections, and these shall not apply to churches. Churches, their integrated auxiliaries, and conventions are associations of church, okay? So I'm putting a little light on the church that you so love, that the people so run to and love and embrace, okay? Let me put a little light on that for you, okay? I'm here to shed light. This is referred to as monetary exception rule. Thus, we see that from the IRS own publications and the tax code that it is completely unnecessary for any church to apply for a tax-exempt status. In the IRS own words, okay, church is automatically tax exempt. So why would you want to ask for permission to contract with the beast? And you're already exempt by default. I'm saying? Same thing with the tribes. Not tax. When I say not tax, meaning I don't need permission from no one. I say what I say and I mean what I say. My word is my bond. I stand on my word. I need no permission from no one to do a census. What is a census? Census is tax. Why would I want to ask permission from who? Who? What? Where? What legal fiction have jurisdiction over I, man? Come forward. Any legal fiction have jurisdiction over man? Please step forward so I could examine you or it. Let's go. Colossians 1:18. And he is the head of the body, church, who is the beginning, firstborn from the dead. Okay? That is, in all things he might have preeminence. Okay? Now, if you know how to properly read the scripture, the document called a biblios, heliotext, right? You realize that the church is you. Okay? Church really means circle. Okay? Circle of life comes right back to you, the source. Okay? Beginning on the firstborn. If you are the firstborn, then you are above all things. Okay? Precepts to Colossians 1:18. John 11:25. Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. Okay? Dodge the hijack of Jesus. Okay? It's a code word. Okay? No such thing as a Jesus. That's Greek. Okay? Christ is also the head of the church, which is his body. He is the head of the body, the church, and he is the beginning and the firstborn. Okay? So the Christ is the light, you, okay? The source. So let's find out who came up with the 501c3. Let's go. Most churches in America have organized as 501c3 tax-exempt religious organizations. This is a fairly recent trend that has only been going on for about 50 years. Churches were only added to Section 501c3 of Tax Code in 1954. House Resolution 235 was designed to revise the IRS code to remove restriction placed on churches and non-profit organizations. In 1954 by then Senator Lyndon Johnson, right? You all know who Lyndon Johnson is. He signed the Civil Rights Bill, right? To incorporate Indians into the U.S. under the United States Federal Corporation, right? Your civil rights, right? Prior to 1954, churches and non-profit organizations had no such restriction on their freedom of speech or their right to speak out in favor or against political issues or candidates. The history of Johnson's IRS gag order is instructive, right? It began with what some historians believe to be a fraudulent election of Johnson to the Senate in 1948. It has been maintained by both conservative and liberal historians. The Lyndon Johnson election to the Senate 1948 was won by a massive voter fraud who landslide Lyndon, okay? This is how. This is around the time they execute Kennedy, right?